There comes a moment in every life when silence feels heavier than sound, when you look around and realize no one truly sees the battles you've been fighting. But here you are, still breathing, still standing. That alone is extraordinary. Not because life has been kind, but because you have refused to fall. You have faced storms that tore others apart, and yet something inside you, something unshakable, refused to yield. You have walked through storm that no one saw. You've carried battles inside you and still you stand. Do you know what that means? It means you are not broken. You are being shaped. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the impediment to action makes action necessary. Every obstacle in your life is not a punishment. It is training. It is the gym where your soul grows stronger. Seneca reminded us that suffering is the tuition for wisdom. Every disappointment, every betrayal, every failure, it is not to break you. It is to teach you, to strengthen you, to prepare you for what comes next. And yet, you feel tired. You feel small. You feel like life is too heavy. That is human. That is natural. Epictetus said that it is not things themselves that trouble us, but our judgment of them. Change the judgment and the weight becomes light. Breathe. Yes, breathe. In through the pain, out through the noise. Do not let the chaos outside decide the calm inside. The world can crash around you. People can betray you. Fortune can abandon you. And yet you can remain unshaken. Because you are not defined by what happens. You are defined by how you respond. Marcus Aurelius faced battles he could not control. Yet he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This is your strength, your shield. Your unbroken heart, it is tempting to run, to hide, to wish for an easier path. But Stoicism teaches the opposite. The obstacle is not your enemy, it is your way forward." Seneca said that difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor strengthens the body. If you have been broken by life, it is only because you have not yet seen what it has been preparing you for. Look at your scars. Do not hide them. They are proof that you endured. Proof that you rose when the world demanded that you fall. Even when no one applauds. Even when no one notices. You are building yourself. The unbroken do not seek recognition. They seek mastery over themselves. And mastery begins with awareness. Awareness of your thoughts. Awareness of your emotions. Awareness of the moment. When anger rises, notice it. When fear whispers, listen, but do not obey. When loss strikes, breathe. Epictetus taught that no external thing can harm you unless you allow it to. This is not arrogance. It is freedom. Marcus wrote about the fleeting nature of life. Do not waste yours chasing shadows or approval. Do not waste yours on anger or regret. Your time is your own. Guard it. Seneca warned that life is long enough if used wisely. Each day you surrender to doubt, to distraction, to despair. You lose a day you will never get back. And yet, hope is not lost. The unbroken are not free from fear or doubt. They are free because they choose to act despite them. Think of every time you felt powerless. Every time life knocked you down. Every time the world seemed unfair. And think, what did you do next? Even small steps forward are victory. Even small breaths in the face of despair are triumph. It is courage that separates the unbroken from the defeated. Not luck, not talent. Courage. The courage to face yourself, to face life, to face reality as it is. Marcus Aurelius faced sickness, loss, and betrayal. Yet he never abandoned reason. He never abandoned virtue. He understood that life is temporary, but character is permanent. You are building character right now. Every decision, every action, every thought, brick by brick. And yes, the process is often invisible. It feels slow. It feels pointless. But it is creating something unshakable within you. Seneca taught that the mind is strengthened, not when things go right, but when they go wrong. Every discomfort you endure, every fear you face, every challenge you meet, It is forging your mind like steel in the fire. So when life asks, "Can you handle this?" answer without hesitation, "I can, I will, I must." Because the unbroken do not wait for permission. They do not wait for luck. They act, they persevere. They rise again and again until strength becomes habit, and habit becomes character. Do not confuse emotion with truth. Your feelings are fleeting. Your principles are eternal. Behind every principle is a promise to yourself that you will endure, that you will rise, that you will remain unbroken. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together. But do so with all your heart." This is not passive submission. It is active engagement. It is unshakable clarity in the middle of chaos. Epictetus taught that we are architects of our own lives. We may not control the wind, but we control the sails. We may not control fortune, but we control the mind. We may not control others, but we control our response. And in that control, we find freedom. Freedom from fear, freedom from regret, freedom from despair. Seneca reminded us that no man is free who is a slave to his emotions. Discipline your mind, and you will be unbreakable. Discipline your thoughts, and the world cannot enslave you. You will stumble. You will doubt. You will be tempted to give in. That is human. That is natural. But do not stop. Do not give up. Do not let the world dictate the measure of your soul. Marcus Aurelius faced death daily, yet he wrote with calm and purpose, guiding himself and others toward virtue. Take his words not as history, but as living wisdom, a reminder that what you endure today you will transcend tomorrow. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Every moment you spend succumbing to fear, anger, or regret is a moment stolen from your unbroken self. So rise now. Face the day. Own your thoughts. Master your emotions. Act with courage even if the world does not notice. Even if no one applauds. Even if the pain is unbearable. Even if the night is endless. You are building something eternal. Your mind, your virtue, your strength, and the unbroken are never truly defeated." If these words reach you, leave a comment. Share what resonates with you. Not for me, but for someone who needs to hear that they are not alone. Subscribe if you want to walk this path together. This is not just a channel. This is a sanctuary for minds learning to remain unbroken. And remember, what you endure today is the foundation of tomorrow's strength. Part 2 awaits, where the fire of challenge meets the calm of reason, and where you will discover the depths of your unbreakable self. You have taken the first step. You have faced the quiet moments and listened. But now the storm grows louder. Fear will come. It always does. Fear is not weakness. It is proof that you are alive. Epictetus taught that it is not the events themselves that disturb us, but the judgment we place upon them. Fear is a judgment, and like all judgments, it can be changed. When fear strikes, do not run. Do not shrink. Face it, name it, examine it. What part of this is mine to bear? What part belongs to the world? You cannot control the world. You can only control yourself. And in that control lies your power. Marcus Aurelius faced armies, betrayal, and death. He wrote that the soul must be trained to remain steadfast. Your life is no different. The battles you fight are invisible but real. Your victories may not be celebrated, but they are monumental. Seneca reminded us that adversity is the test of character. The unbroken do not pray for life to be easy. They pray for the wisdom to endure. They seek clarity, not comfort. They understand that pain is a teacher, and hardship is a mirror. Look at your failures. Every misstep, every disappointment, every dream that fell short. They are not proof of defeat. They are proof that you dared, that you acted, that you risked. The unbroken understand that courage is forged in failure. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Mastery does not come from success. comes from persistence. It comes from rising when the world tells you to stay down. It comes from continuing, even when your body wants to quit and your mind screams to surrender. And yes, there will be days when you do feel broken. There will be nights when you doubt everything. You will ask, why me? Why this? Why now? Marcus Aurelius would tell you, the universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Change is inevitable. Your response is everything. Seneca said that we are often more frightened than hurt. Most of your suffering is anticipation. It is imagining a storm before it arrives. Face the storm when it comes, not before. Meet reality as it is, and you will find calm in the eye of chaos. The unbroken do not dwell in regret. They do not linger in what could have been. They act in what can be. Every second wasted in sorrow is a second stolen from strength. Every moment surrendered to doubt is a moment your mind could have trained itself in resilience. Your mind is the battlefield, your body the temple, your choices the weapons, and each day you are either sharpening your sword or letting it rust. Epictetus taught that happiness and freedom begin with a clear mind, a mind that does not fear loss, a mind that does not crave approval, a mind that sees truth even when it hurts. Marcus Aurelius faced his mortality daily, yet he acted with purpose, not panic. He knew that life is fleeting and character is eternal. Your character is your fortress. Build it, guard it, strengthen it. Seneca wrote that luck favors the prepared mind. Do not wait for luck, prepare. Prepare in silence, in solitude, in hardship. Prepare so that when opportunity arrives, you are not shaking. You are ready. You will not be stopped by circumstance. You will not be defined by fortune. And when despair comes, because it will, remember this. The unbroken do not let emotions dictate action. Do not confuse anger, sadness, or fear with truth. Behind every principle is a promise that you will endure, a promise that you will rise, a promise that you will remain unbroken. You may feel small, you may feel insignificant, but remember, the world has always been shaped by those who refused to yield, by those who acted with reason, courage, and discipline, by those who chose to persist when all seemed lost. Marcus wrote that what stands in the way becomes the way. Every obstacle, every hardship, every moment of pain is your teacher. Do not waste it by resisting. Learn from it, grow from it, transform it into strength. Seneca warned that most men live as though they will never die. They waste time in distraction, in complaint, in fear. You will not. You know that life is fragile. You know that the unbroken live in clarity and purpose. You will not waste a single moment. Epictetus reminds us that we cannot choose events, but we can choose our response. Choose wisely. Choose courage. Choose persistence. Choose mastery. When your body is tired, act anyway. When your mind wants to quit, act anyway. When the world tells you you cannot, act anyway. Because strength is not given. It is taken. It is forged. It is claimed by those who refuse to yield. Look at yourself now. Look at your life. Look at the challenges that feel impossible. The unbroken do not shrink from them. They do not plead for mercy. They do not surrender. They rise. And you will rise too. One decision at a time. One thought at a time. One breath at a time. Marcus Aurelius said that a man's worth is measured by the obstacles he overcomes. Seneca said that our greatness is revealed in suffering. Epictetus said that freedom is achieved through self-mastery. Take their wisdom and make it your own. You are stronger than you realize, wiser than you feel, more capable than you believe. Do not wait for tomorrow. Do not hope for easier days. Act now. Be relentless. Be unbroken. If these words reach you, comment below. Share your strength. Invite others to hear the truth that Stoicism teaches. That no matter what strikes you, your mind, your virtue, your resilience, your unbroken self, cannot be taken. Part 3 will bring you to the final edge. Where transformation is complete, where fear becomes fuel, weakness becomes wisdom, and your unbroken nature stands fully revealed. You have walked through fear. You have faced doubt. You have met failure, and yet, you are still here. This is not luck. It is discipline. It is courage. It is the slow, relentless forging of an unbroken spirit. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Do not debate. Do not hesitate. Act. Be now." Seneca said that true happiness is to enjoy the present without dependence upon the future. You cannot wait for life to be easy. You cannot wait for conditions to be perfect. You must embrace this moment, imperfect and raw, and rise anyway. Every scar you carry is a lesson. Every failure is a teacher. Every fear you faced and did not obey is proof. You are unbroken. The unbroken do not pray for fewer challenges. They pray for more wisdom. They do not seek comfort. They seek growth. They do not flee storms. They become the calm in the storm. Epictetus taught that freedom is achieved when we master ourselves, when we refuse to be controlled by fortune, by anger, by desire, by fear. You are free when your mind is yours alone, and that freedom is power. Do not underestimate yourself. You have survived losses no one saw. You have endured nights that felt endless. You have carried burdens that seemed unbearable. And here you are, standing, breathing, thinking, choosing. That is strength. That is courage. That is unbrokenness. Marcus Aurelius faced death, betrayal, and disease, yet he remained calm. He wrote that the impediment to action makes action necessary. Every challenge in your life is not a wall. It is a doorway. It is your opportunity to rise, to act, to claim your unbreakable nature. Seneca reminded us that the mind is strengthened through trials. It is easy to feel strong when everything is smooth. True strength is revealed when the world conspires against you and you still stand. And so you will stand, even when your body is tired, even when your heart trembles, even when your mind screams for relief. Do not yield. Do not surrender. Do not forget who you are becoming. The unbroken do not live for praise. They live for principle. They live for virtue. They live for the quiet certainty that their actions are aligned with truth. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Reaction is choice. Choice is power. Power is freedom, so choose now. Choose courage. Choose discipline. Choose to rise. Choose to act. Choose to remain unbroken. Fear may whisper that you are weak. Failure may remind you of your past. Loss may point to what is gone. Listen, then do not obey. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that a man's worth is measured by his actions, not by fortune or praise. Seneca reminded us that life is long enough if used wisely. Epictetus reminded us that freedom comes through self-mastery. Combine their wisdom. Make it your own. Forge it into armor. Carry it into every day, every challenge, every choice. You are unbroken, not because life spared you, not because fate was kind, but because you refused to yield, because you endured, because you acted. The unbroken do not ask for approval. They do not wait for permission. They do not hope for luck. They create their own fortune. They define their own worth. Look at yourself now. The storms you feared, you survived them. The doubts that haunted you, you overcame them. The losses that hurt, you outlasted them. And now you are ready. Ready to act. Ready to persevere. Ready to become the person who can face anything and remain unbroken. Marcus Aurelius would say, "Do every act of your life as though it were the last." Seneca would remind you, "Throw yourself into life and accept what comes." Epictetus would advise, "Control yourself and nothing else can control you." Live by these truths. Practice them daily, and you will see. The world no longer holds power over you. Your mind is calm. Your heart is steady. Your spirit is resolute. You are free. You are strong. You are unbroken. Do not waste this life. Do not waste your strength. Do not waste your mind. Take full responsibility. Own your choices. Embrace the lessons, and walk forward with courage, clarity, and discipline. Comment if these words resonate. Share them to remind others they are not alone. Subscribe to remain close to this circle of minds, learning to remain unbroken. The storms will come. The doubts will linger. The world will push against you, and yet you will stand. You will act. You will endure. You will become because you are unbroken. Because you have chosen to be unbroken. Because the wisdom of Marcus, Seneca, and Epictetus flows through your action, your discipline, your courage. This is your path. This is your strength. This is your unbroken self.